Hi everyone, Daniel here.
Chihiro here. Discussing vacation plans.
So, what's it going to be for this lesson, Chihiro?
In this lesson, you will learn how to make suggestions.
The conversation takes place at a diner.
The conversation is between two friends, Mike and Joey.
Okay, let's listen to the conversation.
So Susan and I are thinking of taking a vacation this summer. We have no idea where to go. Do you have any recommendations?
Yeah! Look, I went to Las Vegas on business. It was really cool. You can make hundreds of dollars gambling. They have the coolest pinball machines and slot machines. And there are tons of direct flights to Vegas every day, baby.
Yeah, I was thinking of someplace a little more romantic. It'll be our first trip since our honeymoon to Rome.
Oh, yeah, got it. What about the Grand Canyon? I heard you can take a mule ride down to the canyon and sleep on the rocks.
Really? That doesn't sound very comfortable.
It's the most amazing thing. You can watch the sunset between the canyons.
Then what? You're stuck in the middle of nowhere and pitch dark. Maybe not.
All right. Then how about Hawaii? You can go surfing, scuba diving, snorkeling, or just sit on the beach and soak up the sun. Cowabunga, dude!
You know what? That sounds pretty good. Let me see what Susan has to say about it.
Wow, Joey seems to know a lot of great places.
Yeah, or at least the popular ones.
What were the areas again?
Las Vegas, Grand Canyon, and Hawaii.
Right. People can visit Las Vegas for the nightlife or parties, shows, and gambling.
And go to the Grand Canyon to enjoy hiking or rafting in the deep valley where you can have an amazing view of the Colorado Plateau.
And Hawaii is a beautiful island state where people can enjoy the beach and nature itself. I actually just recently went to Hawaii. What can I say? It was beautiful. Beautiful beaches, beautiful weather, and beautiful nature. What about you, Daniel? Any nice vacations?
Yeah, I was in California, and I drove down on the Central Coast down the Pacific Coast Highway. It's some of the most beautiful stretch of highway that I've ever seen.
That sounds nice. Let's take a look at the vocabulary for this lesson. The first word is
Vacation.
leisure trip. Trip taken only for enjoyment.
Vacation. Vacation.
The next word is
Recommendation.
act of advising to choose something because it is good.
Recommendation. Recommendation.
Now we have
Gambling.
activity of risking money in hopes of gaining more.
Gambling. Gambling.
Now we have
Pinball machine.
game where the player tries to control a small metal ball with levers on a slanted surface with pins in an enclosed box to earn points.
Pinball machine. Pinball machine.
Next up is
Slot machine.
gambling machine that starts when a coin is inserted and a lever is pulled or a button is pushed.
Slot machine. Slot machine.
Next,
Ton.
unit of weight measurement that is about 2,000 pounds or 1,000 kilograms.
Ton. Ton.
Now we have
Honeymoon.
trip taken by a newlywed couple.
Honeymoon. Honeymoon.
Next is
Flight.
act of flying.
Flight. Flight.
Now we have
Romantic.
of or relating to love.
Romantic. Romantic.
Let's take a closer look at the usage for some of the words and phrases from this lesson.
The first phrase we'll look at is, there are tons. This just means that there are many or a lot of something. It's actually a unit for measuring weight that is about as heavy as a small car. Therefore, when Joey says,
There are tons of direct flights to Vegas every day, baby,
it means that there are many direct flights to Vegas.
the next phrase we'll look at is, You're stuck in the middle of nowhere. This is an expression used when a person is very far from any familiar surroundings and doesn't have a way of getting back. In the dialogue, Mike says this about being between the canyons because there's nothing around there that is familiar. Have you ever been stuck in the middle of nowhere, Daniel?
Yeah, I was driving once on this rural highway and my car ran out of gas.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Now let's not get lost and move on to the grammar point for this lesson then.
In this lesson, we'll take a look at the present progressive tense to talk about things that are happening right now or around now. Chihiro, what's the construction for the present progressive?
It's the simple present from the verb be plus the ing form of the main verb.
For example,
He is dancing to the music.
simple as that. But the way you form the present participle or the ing ending verb depends on the verb.
For most verbs, simply add ing. For example, work becomes working, spelt working.
With verbs ending in the letter E, just remove the E and add ing. For example, make becomes making, spelled making.
For verbs ending in ie, remove the ie and add ying. For example, lie becomes lying, spelt lying.
If the verb ends in one vowel and one consonant, then double the ending consonant. For example, stop becomes stopping, spelled stopping.
But if the verb ends in two vowels and one consonant, then don't double the ending consonant. For example, sleep stays as sleeping, spelt sleeping.
And one last note, only double the ending consonant for stressed syllables. For example, begin with a stress over the last syllable, in, becomes beginning, spelled beginning. But happen, with the stress over the first syllable, stays as happening, spelled happening.
To form the negative present progressive, it's the verb be plus not plus the ing form of the verb. For example,
He was not running fast. Also, we often use contractions when speaking in the present progressive. For example, they are working. Try to use this yourself so that you can catch it when you hear it.
here's an example from the dialogue and some general examples.
Susan and I are thinking of taking a vacation this summer. Thinking has a regular ending, ing.
He's hiking up the mountain right now. Hiking drops the letter E from the word hike.
She's tying her shoelaces. The IE in tie changes to ing.
They're tapping their pens. Tap doubles the P consonant.
And finally, we're looking for the cat. Look doesn't double the consonant.
Okay, these may seem like a lot to remember, but with some practice, you won't have to think of these rules.
Right, it should eventually come naturally to you. So just take it step by step.
And check out the lesson notes in the PDF because it should be helpful. That just about does it for today. See you all next time.
Bye, everybody.
So Susan and I are thinking of taking a vacation this summer. We have no idea where to go. Do you have any recommendations?
Yeah! Look, I went to Las Vegas on business. It was really cool. You can make hundreds of dollars gambling. They have the coolest pinball machines and slot machines. And there are tons of direct flights to Vegas every day, baby.
Yeah, I was thinking of someplace a little more romantic. It'll be our first trip since our honeymoon to Rome.
Oh, yeah, got it. What about the Grand Canyon? I heard you can take a mule ride down to the canyon and sleep on the rocks.
Really? That doesn't sound very comfortable.
It's the most amazing thing. You can watch the sunset between the canyons.
Then what? You're stuck in the middle of nowhere and pitch dark. Maybe not.
All right. Then how about Hawaii? You can go surfing, scuba diving, snorkeling, or just sit on the beach and soak up the sun. Cowabunga, dude!
You know what? That sounds pretty good. Let me see what Susan has to say about it.